Mm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Morning after no plan B, baby, baby, and you gotta say it like that, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some other good going. Let's get some other beats. Yeah, yeah. We feeling this. Hey, hey, hey. Just the morning after. Just the morning after. Hey, just the morning after. Hey, this the morning after. No plan B, baby. With no plan B, baby. With no plan B, baby. Morning after. Morning after. Morning after. The morning after. The morning after. The morning after. Feeling good. I'm feeling great. How you feeling? In good state. Feeling good. Feeling great. Hey, how you feeling? In good state. I got the coffee. I got the smile. And I'm blessed right now. I got my coffee. I got the smile. I'm feeling blessed right now. Hey, what's going on with it, y'all? What's up? The chat's usually dead on Sundays, but I don't care. Hey, y'all watching? Yeah, I'm saying no matter, just sit back. I don't really care for y'all to be in the comments. You know what I'm saying? If y'all here, if you watching, hit the like button for me. I appreciate that more than anything. And you know, we drinking our coffee, so toast to you, because I know it's still early in the morning. Rather you put whatever you put in there, that's your business. Um, or how you feel, that is up that is all your business on how you feel, man. I ain't here to judge. Um, I'm just here to bring out some news, and we're gonna talk about some things today. All right, so let's okay, let's so what I got up on the lineup today is Ryan Garcia fight last night with Devin Haney. I want to talk about that a little bit. I'm also going to talk about a case and which Shiloh Sanders was involved in. He's a football player. This is a sports content creator, and ran across it, and I just want to talk about it before the public media talks about it first, because then when they get a hold of it, trust and believe the public media is going to talk about this story once it gets out. I guess it's been going on for some years now, and this happened years and years ago. I'm sure that, and before I get into this story, I do want to say that this is news, and I'm bringing y'all news. I think it's interesting to know about. Um, and this is not meant to bash Shiloh Sanders. I actually, like Shiloh Sanders and what he's doing on the football field. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he should have been party to hold this and should have been on him, you know what I mean, to file bankruptcy or however else. I don't think he should have been responsible for that, but I'm gonna lead y'all, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw some crumbs for a trail, and then y'all can find y'all way there and get the more information. I'll just give y'all the basis of it, give my opinion on it, talk about it, and then y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all can form your own hypothesis. But that hypothesis that I formed on this information, I don't think that he should have been responsible for this money, being how young he was at the time and everything. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot going on there with this situation. And now, still as an adult man, he is still responsible for this bread. All right. So we're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna talk more about the transfer portal, and we're gonna do some live trolling. We're gonna do some live trolling, jump on X and look on what's going on X. We'll look on there now too a little bit. We'll jump back and forth from the slides to X. if you will. All right. So just rock with me in the morning, man. This is no, this is a laid back morning show. What I give y'all Sunday mornings, we come out, we drink our coffee, and we just sit back, relax, and have a good time and get ready for some good conversation. That's all. So just sit back. You ain't got to type nothing. Don't get in the comments. Just sit back, relax. Just go with the flows. Sunday morning, say your prayers. I hope you already said your prayers because I know I said my prayer, got up, made my bed, said my prayers, came downstairs, kissed my wife, got my coffee, kissed the kids, pet my dog, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm up in here with y'all. So let's get it. All right. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So toast to y'all real quick. Mm-hmm. I stick to the original. There's a new coffee creamer that I do like. I can't remember the name of it. I know it's like hazelnut crunch or something like that, but it's fire. You know what I mean? It's fire. And I stick to my basic, just hazelnut creamer. Um, I think we got some Maxwell House because I get whatever's on sale. Coffee's expensive. Let me tell you that right now. So if you're a coffee sponsor and you got some great coffee and you want to be a sponsor of this, come on with it. I love coffee, high grade. So, but I get what pretty much is whatever on sale at the present time. Like coffee, I cannot tell the difference between the beans, and I'm not a coffee aficionado. I cannot tell you, what bean is from Brazil and gives the vanilla burnt backwood taste or whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's coffee's coffee to me, dark, medium, and light. I could tell the difference between those and coffee, a dark roast, a medium roast, and a light roast. But other than that, like, and I think I like a between a medium and a dark roast. Like that's perfect for me. You know what I mean? Because I use creamer, and I know that creamer is not good, but hey, I like my hazelnut creamer, man. I gotta have that. So Paul, no Diddy. I guess so. I don't know if I gotta say that or not, but I said it. So man, we're gonna jump right up into it, man. Devin Haney versus Garcia, man. Hey yo, I gotta get both of these fighters because I called up Grandpa Trek and Chubby. He say, now I done told y'all that Ryan Garcia fella now. I done told y'all that Ryan Garcia fella now. He wasn't afraid no Haney. I done told you. I say Ryan Garcia wasn't afraid no Haney. He was gonna fight that Haney, and he got to get that Ryan Garcia the fella that them props because he took that fight. No question. He didn't question nothing. He said, we gonna fight at what weight? And we gonna fight. And we're gonna fight the Haney. And I you can't talk about that Devin Haney fella neither now because he went out there and he fought. He fought that Ryan Garcia. He got back up off that canvas. But Ryan Garcia, he was knocking the boy loose though. You know what I mean? He knocked that boy loose, hit him on that canvas a couple of times. But he got back up. He got back up, but he fought. But that's all I got to say now. Now, when I get to telling my grandchildren this story, this how I'ma sound, and this what I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna say that now, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, in my day, they fought. They fought the best. They weren't scared. They weren't talking about no money. They weren't worried about no tickets. They weren't worried about no people coming to see them. They say, you a good fighter. You a top fighter in my division. I'm gonna fight you. And that's it. And that's the legacy of it. You know what I mean? That's the legacy of it. It's all about legacy from this point to me. And what I learned as a casual fan is that we got to remember, like, I don't really know too many people in the streets that you fought. If you grew up, especially if you grew up in a rough neighborhood, you fought. You're not undefeated, bro. You can't be, like, you know what I'm saying? You learn. I think you learn more about fighting through your losses than your wins because you win when you fighting, and this is just from fighting experience, right? Just when you win, your tactics that you think it's gonna work with everybody till you run into that one person that hit you with something different that you wasn't expecting because you're used to winning. So then when you lose, you're like, oh, I done learned something new. So sometimes a loss can be good. I know it don't sound good to lose, but when you are fighting and you're a professional fighter, it has to be the same rules that apply from street fighting, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong out there in the comments, y'all. I mean, whatever you watch this on the rebound, however, like this, that has to apply to it, right? When you are so used to winning, your ways to you work, right? Everything you do work, everything that's in your arsenal, it works. So at some point, these things that I've been working and got me this far is going to work until you run into somebody where that's not effective and their way works. And you're like, oh, but now he knows now, like, okay, I definitely got to move up or whatever. Whatever he has to do. But I want to say congratulations to both fighters. And I seen some really classy stuff on X, and I must talk, and I want to talk about that too because it was really classy of what these fighters was doing, man. Like it was just crazy, man. What these fighters did, man. Yesterday it was unbelievable, and I actually tweeted out to it was a tweet that I had. I think I reposted it. I want to say I did, but I can't find it on my page for something right now. But Shakur Stevenson pretty much, got out there and he said, I'm about to read it to y'all, man. Let me get this read, man. Let me read it to y'all. Okay. So I'm gonna share this tab instead. See if I can see that up there on the screen if y'all rocking with me. Okay, yeah, y'all can see that. Now I'm gonna go through my tweets. We doing a little bit of trolling, So he said, much respect to Ryan Garcia. I'm keeping my word and giving you your respect. Now keep your word and let's make it happen. My guy, beautiful performance. Hashtag chasing greatness. And that's Shakur Stevenson, right? And he did. Now I did hear that Ryan Garcia said that you got my word. If I beat Devin Haney, you get past Devin Haney. I'm going to fight Shakur Stevenson, and I will fight you. They did make that deal. I don't know if Ryan's gonna make that weight. I think Ryan's gonna move up, and that makes sense. That makes sense. We'll be talking about that here in a minute. That makes sense. Now let y'all know I'm still learning a lot about this boxing thing, but I have been doing my research, listening, and I'm soaking up as much as information as possible about boxing. So you know what I mean. So I know what I'm giving y'all too out there. All right, but I thought this was real classy of Shakur Stevenson. I could be the shittiest MF on the planet, but with you, I'm not that guy. Much respect to Dav. He fought with true heart, and it just wasn't his night. 100. And I thought that was real classy of Shakur Stevenson to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I want to give Ryan, you know what I'm saying, Shakur his props on that because he didn't have to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Shakur Stevenson, he didn't have to do that. He could have left it at whatever it was between him and Haney. But I think that showed a lot of class on that young man. And I wanted to acknowledge that here on the morning after with no plan B, baby. You know what I mean? Um, he didn't have to do that. And if y'all know the any kind of history between the two individuals, then you know that they had a little, they got a little things going on there. Now, I do want to say that had Devin Haney backed out that fight when Ryan Garcia didn't make that 140 weight right on the nose, we would have been talking. So people would have been talking so bad about Devin Haney, so bad. He punked out. We spent our money for this, and it didn't happen. Some people said that I heard some professionals, like I heard, I think it was Clarissa Shields, was with Sean Porter that was reporting on the zone. I watched the after fight. She believed and they believed that the 3 pounds made a difference. But however, even though it made a difference, Devin still took the fight. So there's no excuse for that. And this is coming from professional fighters who actually been in the ring and fought. So I would defer to them in that conversation. Now, they say he should have stopped the fight when he didn't make the 3 pounds. So I want to kill the narrative that Ryan was overweight because Devin still took the fight. Devin lost, and Ryan Garcia won, and they both went in the ring. So that's no excuse there. All right. So I just want to kill that narrative, and I learned that on my own, also on the watch back. Now, Ryan Garcia, even Mike Tyson came in and said, "He's big. You big. What you been eating grits?" He came in big. They said he looked a lot bigger than Devin Haney, and but I think Ryan Garcia could fight at 147. 147, 154, somewhere in there. 147 might be perfect weight for Ryan Garcia because they say he still got some skills to work on, whatever. But correct me if I'm wrong now, but when you start going up in weight, it seems like people tend to get a little bit slower and stuff. Um, I don't see him, fighting a Crawford or nothing like that. But I gotta keep doing my research before I start speaking on the 147 division and 154 division because I'm not familiar with that particular division yet enough to be getting out here and giving y'all information on that. Okay, so when I do my research on that, I'll come out here and I'll speak upon the 147, 154 division, as it pertains to Ryan Garcia moving up. But from what I've seen, he's just powerful. His speed, and I just want to give him his props because he took this fight without a doubt. They both got out there and fight. And us as fans and casual fans, if Devin Haney was your favorite fighter before tonight, he should still be your favorite fighter this morning. Because they are getting in the ring, risking their lives for our entertainment, for our leisure. And that is not an easy thing to do. Like they can really die taking it, you know what I'm saying? Taking one of those punches. These are professional punchers, literally. You know what I mean? So I want to thank them for that. I want to thank all these fighters, Devin Haney for getting in the ring and giving us this big fight with him and Ryan Garcia. Like I'm on the edge of my seat the whole time watching that fight. Like, oh no, he just didn't. It was so exciting. I felt the adrenaline from watching it on TV. So I know he was in the ring feeling it, and those was the kind of fights that a casual fan like myself got drawn in and I got brought into the boxing world slowly but surely. And then I'm just like, okay, now I want more information. I want more and more and more information upon the sport of boxing now, and I'm starting to understand it, looking at the science of it, the way they step, the way they move and the way they weave and the way their hands go. And you know what I'm saying? Like I like it now, you know what I'm saying? I'm soaking it all up, and I wanna be able to share that with y'all out there that watch me, that give y'all the information and upon these fights, and, it's a beautiful poetry, like art, you know what I mean? And for them to give us them fights, that's what champions are made of, that's legacy. We're always gonna remember this fight, no matter if he got knocked down or not. You know what I mean? He didn't get knocked out. We're gonna always be able to tell our grandchildren we watched Ryan Garcia knock down Devin Haney 3 times, but Devin Haney got up off the canvas all 3 times. It was a fight forever. Like you gotta love that. And you gotta respect those fighters. And we still gotta continue to support these fighters because boxing should be the number one combat sport in my eyes. Like I like MMA's cool and all. I ain't gonna rock, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. They don't pay, in my opinion, and with my hypothesis, they don't pay MMA fighters enough. You gotta take kicks all everywhere. Your whole body's free game. The gloves are smaller and they fight more. They should be getting paid a lot. And that sport brings in a lot of revenue. A lot of revenue. Like, with all due respect, pay them more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't watch that sport because, I respect MMA fighters, but I'm like, they don't get paid enough to do that, man. They don't. They really don't, man. And it's unfortunate. But boxing is boxing, dog. Boxing is, you know what I mean, really letting them hands go. Like you can't, like I think that's why I respect boxing a little bit more because you can't use a knee, a elbow, You can't use none of that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use just your hands, bro. Your hands. Your hands. Like, that's a hard thing to do. Like, did you not watch? Like, if you go back and watch like Floyd Mayweather when he fought dang man, I can't remember dude's name. I'm going blank. But when they fought, it was hard for him not to use his legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hard thing to do. Like, boxing is not easy. Boxing is not easy because you don't think like last night, like if you got hurt in boxing and you could use your legs and your arms, like you gonna start kicking and crawling and calling like if you hurt, you know what I'm saying? But when you hurt in boxing, you can't do nothing but just try to cover up, parade, shoulder roll, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can try to protect your chin. They call that the shoulder roll, right? Ain't that what that is? Like when you're protecting your chin and then you parade and you know what I'm saying? I'm learning a little bit, but and that's all you can do. It's just your hands. Let your hands fly. And I think that's what makes the sport, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more complicated, and it should be the number one combat sport because it just should be. It just should be because then when you only have to focus on just your hands, just imagine the power that you can use and the power that you could possess from just that. Like, it's amazing. It's a beautiful thing, man. It really is, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. And I just wanted to bring that to y'all real quick, man. So keep it moving. Let's give both fighters a round of applause again, man. Their legacy is always going to be stamped because they earn the right to stamp their legacy, man. They stamped it last night for sure. For sure. 4/20/2024, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney stamped their legacy in the history books forever.